prefix is an affix which is placed before the stem of a word. Adding it to the beginning of one word changes it into another word. For example, when the prefix un is added to the word happy, it creates the word unhappy. Particularly in the study of languages, a prefix is also called a preformative, because it alters the form of the words to which it is affixed. Prefixes, like other affixes, can be either inflectional, changing the syntactic category, or derivational, changing either the lexical category or the semantic meaning. In English, there are no inflectional prefixes. Prefixes, like all other affixes, are bound morphemes. The word prefix is itself made up of the stem fix, and the prefix pre, both of which are derived from Latin roots. In English, list of English derivational prefixes. In English, a fairly comprehensive list, although not exhaustive, is the following. Depending on precisely how one defines a derivational prefix, some of the neoclassical combining forms may or may not qualify for inclusion in such a list. This list takes the broad view that acro and auto count as English derivational prefixes because they function the same way that prefixes such as over and self do. As for numeral prefixes, only the most common members of that class are included here. There is a large separate table covering them all at numeral prefix table of number prefixes in English. Hyphenation. The choice between hyphenation or solid styling for prefixes in English is covered at hyphen prefixes and suffixes. In other languages, Japanese, the most commonly used prefix in Japanese, a sho, is used as part of the honorific system of speech. It is a marker for politeness, showing respect for the person or thing it is affixed to. Bantu languages. In the Bantu languages of Africa, which are agglutinating, the noun class is conveyed through prefixes, which is declined and agrees with all of its arguments accordingly. Example from Ganda, the one, old, fat farmer goes. Navajo, verbs in the Navajo language are formed with a stem and multiple affixes. For example, each verb requires one of 4 non-syllabic prefixes to create a verb theme. Sunwar, in the language of the Sunniwar people of eastern Nepal, the prefix ma-a is used to create negative verbs. It is the only verbal prefix in the language. Bad child. Russian, as a part of the formation of nouns, prefixes are less common in Russian than suffixes, but alter the meaning of a word. German. In German, derivatives formed with prefixes may be classified in 2 categories, those used with substantives and adjectives, and those used with verbs. For derivative substantives and adjectives, only 2 prefixes are still in use as of 1970, un, which expresses negation, and which means original, primitive and substantives, and has an emphatic function in adjectives. Ge expresses union or togetherness. On the other hand, verbal prefixes are still much in use, be, ent, ge, the, and me expresses strengthening or generalization. Ent expresses negation. Ge indicates the completion of an action, and that's why its most common use has become the forming of the past participle of verbs. The has an emphatic function, or it is used to turn a substantive or an adjective into a verb. In some cases, the prefix particle ent can be considered the opposite of particle be, while a can be considered the opposite of a. The prefix a usually indicates the successful completion of an action, and sometimes the conclusion means death. With fewer verbs, it indicates the beginning of an action. The prefix a is also used to form verbs from adjectives. See also, affix, suffix, bound morpheme, English prefixes, list of Greek and Latin roots in English, prefix a the mathematical notion in formal language theory, references.